pure.
Si
Ah
sta,
sì, vedo.
si
Siamo
sta
in streaming
creando.
live su YouTube.
Ok. Se qualcuno volesse darlo a qualche esterno.
Mandamelo pure. Ah sì, vedo.
Sto
Sto sentendo il nostro live su YouTube.
Sì. Adesso lo chiudo da qui io, così non ci disturba. Chiudo tutto e ti mando in chat il link.
Nella chat qui?
Sì.
Ok.
Ammetto chi è in sala attesa, cosa dici?
Sì, beh, se sono i presidenti.
Allora, prima ti passo il potere. Allora, abbiamo detto che si fa, non da qui, si fa andando su persone, partecipanti. Come non ti vedo? Ah, eccoti qua. Ok, altro. Assegna ospite. Ok.
Ok, perfetto.
È il comando, puoi stoppare la registrazione che io non l'ho fatto e pian piano...
Sì, waiting room. Ilana Eldan, DG Giovanna Mastrotisi.
Sì, facciamoli entrare, li salutiamo, poi mettiamo la locandina.
Ok, allora li ammetto tutti e tre, giusto?
Ma sì.
Ok. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ilana Eldan, Giovanna Mastrotisi, welcome. Can you hear me? I am Raffaele Battaglini. I am the moderator for this meeting today. Hello. Divakar, hello, nice to meet you. Hello, Ilana, again.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us today.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
Very good morning. This is Divakar from India Rotary Club of Secunderabad West.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are waiting for the other speakers.
A couple of my club members are going to join us. One of our past Rotarian and our club directors, a couple of Rotarians are going to join us today's meeting to
Perfect.
present you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
we
you.
are waiting for the other speakers to join, and then we will start. The meeting should start in 16 minutes from now. So hopefully all the speakers will be joining in the meantime, and then we will be starting.
Okay, thank you so much.
Luigi Di Gioia, who is the organizer of all this, and he is the president of our Rotary Club, is already online.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Namaste.
Ilana, sorry, from which Rotary Club are you connecting?
Yeah, I'm from Rotary Club of Eilat, Israel.
Great. Thank you for being here.
Thank you too.
So Davide Risi will be your representative today.
No, actually, I will speak for our club. I'm sorry, one moment. Davide Risi cannot be here today, so I will represent our club. I'm sorry.
Okay.
For personal reason, he cannot be here.
Okay, so you are going to be the speaker for the Eilat under. Okay, thank you. Great. So I can update my notes, and I will be presenting you as a speaker today. Thank you for joining us. Do you have a presentation?
Actually,
no. No? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Divakar, sorry, it is it is my understanding that the speaker for Secunderabad West will be Suren Poruri. Is that right?
Yeah, either Mr.
Okay.
Suren Poruri, Rotarian Suren Poruri, or Praveen is going to present. They're going to join us very shortly.
Yeah, great, thank you. Okay, so currently we have the speakers from 2 out of the 7 clubs that are supposed to be speaking today. We are waiting for Barcelona, New York, Lugano, Munich, and Munich, yes. Perfect. Ilana, I believe that you have been receiving our emails, so do
Yeah,
you
of
know
course.
the agenda of the meeting?
Yeah,
Perfect.
of course, yeah.
Okay, great. I see a couple of people in the waiting room. I will be admitting them right now. Welcome, Marco. Welcome, Claudia Reika.
Buongiorno, Luigi.
We can't hear you, Claudia. You are muted, but thank you for being here today. You should unmute yourself, Claudia, if you want to say something, because you are muted. Okay.
I changed my name.
Claudia Boschi. Okay, Claudia, thank you for being here today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for the organization.
Thank you to you to join us today. So, okay, we have 3 representatives of clubs. Yes, please.
Rahul, my colleague Rotarian Director, Service Project Director, Young Generation has sent a mail to you of our presentation.
Let me check.
Yeah. His name is Praveen. He'll be joining very shortly. There is some technical issues.
Okay. I haven't received anything yet. Let me check also my spam. No, nothing till now.
Just let me also check from my end once again.
Do you know when he sent me the email?
Just another, just 5 minutes back, he sent it.
Okay. Okay. Still nothing yet. Claudia, do you have a presentation that you will be sharing, or you will be just talking?
I have no presentation. I just.
That's fine. Absolutely. No. It was not necessary just for.
I don't know if you wanted the Spain hymn.
We have the anthems of all the countries involved.
Okay,
we already have the video. Our president Luigi was organized enough to create everything perfectly, so we are ready. Unless I make some technical mistakes, but I mean, we have everything in place.
All is okay.
Yes. Divakar, I am not receiving anything.
Okay, if you could give me the permission to my journey, it will, if you're okay with it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you so much for that.
No worries. Oh yes, I have received the presentation from Suren Poruri. Perfect.
Great.
It will be presented by Pravinender. Young
Yes.
Generation Director of our club. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have. I will update this.
Cercagli, eccola lì, vedi? Mucarelli. No, questa. Questa è Mucarelli, l'altra torna indietro, quella di prima, che avevi fatto prima. Guarda che stai facendo. Non è la parola aperta? Sì, sì. No, vedi che tu. Vedi che giallo.
Hi, Marco.
Okay. Oh, Provinender output. Hello, President Voteler. Thank you for joining us today. Hello, Pravinender. I know you are the speaker for Secunderabad West. Thank you. Hello, Yuvan Jain. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Victor.
Nice to see you all.
My colleague from Rotary Club of Secunderabad West, Pravinender, Director Service Project, and our club secretary, Vardhaman, has joined the call.
Perfect. Thank you. I will be presenting you, and I apologize in advance for any mistake in my pronunciation because I have to move from German to Hindi, and so it will not so easy for me. Hello, Fabio. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so just for some, just to sum up, we have representatives from Barcelona, New York, Eilat, Turin, and Secunderabad. So we are missing still two speakers, Lugano and Munich, but we also have Fabio Rossello, who is another speaker today. Okay, so we are missing two speakers. We have 7 minutes more, so I think we are in check. So just for clarity's sake, the flow of the agenda is an introduction from me concerning the main theme of our conference. Then I will be playing the anthems. Then we will have a welcome video from our district governor, Michelangelo De Biasio. Then a welcome from our president, Luigi Di Gioia, our welcome from the past district governor, Fabio Rossello, who is also an honorary member of our Rotary Club. And then we will have Barcelona, Eilat, Lugano, Munich, New York, Secunderabad West, Torino Lagrange, Q&A session if we will have questions, and closing remarks. The aim would be to close everything in 90 minutes. Is that right, Luigi? 1 hour and a half. Okay.
Yes, it's right.
Okay. We have other 3 people joining. Hello, everyone. Oh, I see also Franco Negri, who is a speaker from Lugano.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Franco
Welcome,
Negri,
Franco.
Lugano.
Welcome, Franco. Thank you for joining us today. So we are missing only one speaker, I would say, who is Richard Devereux from Munich International. And all other speakers are already here with us, along with other guests. Very well. 5 minutes more.
Rotarian Rafael, I would like to introduce our past president, Rotarian Surain, who joined us in the call, and Rotarian Wasson, and Rotarian Gajendran, who is our past president.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being here with us.
No, però scusami, questo qua secondo me quella lì allora nella logica erano 3 buoni, tutte 2 volte. Cioè ti dice
Luigi, should I send an email to Richard Devereaux?
Yes, okay, let's try.
Hello to the new people who joined us. Welcome. We will be starting in 3 minutes. Okay, I think we have new participants. Hello.
Yeah, hi, this
everyone.
is Suren from Hyderabad, Secunderabad West.
Hello, Suren. Thank you. I received your email with the presentation. Thank you very much. This is Raffaele speaking, the moderator for today.
Yeah, it's our young director, Praveen, will present it.
Yes, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think that Richard is here now. Hello, Richard. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you. Just in time. Perfect. So we have all the speakers. Luigi, if you agree, I will be starting in 1 minute.
Yes, perfect, Raffaele.
Thank you. Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so we can start right on time. Thank you, everybody, for being here today, for accepting our invitation for this international conference, which I will be moderating today. This is a great honor because this is an actual international event. We have 7 different clubs from 7 different countries, and I also would say 3 different continents. So this is a very challenging and fascinating opportunity for me and for Torino Lagrange Rotary Club that is hosting this event. The conference is titled, "Is COVID-19 Changing Rotary and Rotarian Services?" We decided, or better, our president, Luigi Di Gioia, suggested this topic because we have been witnessing how this pandemic has changed many things, has been affecting so many behaviors and habits that everywhere in the world we were used to. So the COVID-19 was not something just affecting a single country or a single region or continent, but the entire world. And we wanted to understand how these have been affecting also Rotary and Rotarian services, because in a world where direct contact is not allowed or has not been allowed for a certain period of time. For example, here in Italy, we have been in lockdown for 3 months. So several things have been affected also on the way how Rotary behaves, and Rotarian services have been performed for the local communities. It is my honor to chair this event along with representatives from the Barcelona Europa Club, E-Club of Wall Street, New York, Eilat on the Red Sea Club, Lugano Club, München International Club, Secunderabad West Club, and Torino Lagrange Club. We are also live on YouTube on this link that I will be sharing on the chat here if you want to share with your communities here. And this event is currently recorded, and it will be then stored on the YouTube channel of Torino Lagrange Rotary Club. So it is now time for me to play the anthems of all the clubs involved, of all the countries relating to the clubs involved. So let me share my screen and the video.
भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे गावे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा।
Well, now it is time for me to introduce you to our 2013 District Governor Michelangelo De Biasio, who was not able to join us, but he sent us a welcome video that I would like to share with you.
Yes, dear guests, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry for not being present live with you this morning due to the fact that I have another meeting with the Rotary International President, Holger Knack. But I wanted you to receive my welcome and my compliments. I give you my compliments for what you are doing every day with your members and with your clubs. Today, more than in the past, it's important to find new ways to connect Rotarians and to share experiences. We can make that this year will be remembered for other reason than COVID, but we remember for the way we have faced the problem, and we will have more satisfaction and more proud to be Rotarians. Enjoy your meeting today. Enjoy your mission. Keep me informed, please, for the results and for the follow of your job and for your decision. Thank you for being with us. Enjoy your day, enjoy your Rotary, and enjoy your job. Bye.
Okay, I do thank you, District Governor Michelangelo De Biasio, for his inspiring words. And now I leave the floor to the President of Torino Lagrange Rotary Club, Luigi Di Gioia.
Okay, now I'm unmute. Thank you, Raffaele. Thank you to the Rotarian institutions that are here. I want to say my welcome to all the Rotary institutions connected, to our honorary member Fabio Rossello, to all the Rotarian members, and to all our guests. A special thank you to our district governor for this welcome video. And a big thank you to the other Rotary Club presidents which have accepted to be here to share our experiences. I'm thrilled to have the possibility to create a connection between 7 different clubs in the world. This is a particular moment for our country and for the entire world, but our union, our values can help us and our communities. During difficult times, the most important changes happen, and these have to do read as an opportunity by us. We must find something good in every situation. So we have to learn also from COVID-19 pandemic. And don't forget tomorrow what we have learned in the past month. It was very emotional for me. When I contacted the president of the other clubs around the world, it was emotional to feel part of a big family, of a selection of people who would have the same values, ready to connect, to share ideas, and to create more power in our actions, in our services. So I don't want to speak too much. So we can start with the core part of the meeting. We can start to listen what happens in the other countries and in the other experiences, and in which way every club reacts. Enjoy the meeting and thank you for the moment.
Thank you very much, Luigi. So we actually are starting the main phase of our conference with a welcome from past District Governor Fabio Rossello, who is also an honorary member of our club. Fabio, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello to everybody. And the time is different, so it's not good night, good morning. It's really a pleasure to be here. I think that it's very important, this kind of meeting, because when we are together in this way, when we see really what Rotary is, what are the Rotarians. I try to speak slowly, just try to speak so well. So I think that this kind of meeting, just for the COVID-19, we use more this kind of meeting, but I think that from the Rotary point of view and from the Rotarians' point of view, is really a new opportunity. Is an opportunity to share ideas, to share services, to share what are the values inside the Rotary to others that are not inside only the club, but are worldwide in a really different manner. So what to say? We are in a different period. It's in a period different that probably also the wars in the past. It's not so bad like a war. I cannot say that is bad like a war, but really this pandemic is worldwide in a manner that never before we haven't seen. I think that is a challenge, is not something good, but we must to see the good side, the positive side of this situation. So which are, in my opinion, the positivity that we can find, and in this discussion, I hope that someone will keep and will expose. I think that is an occasion to see more, to share more with the others, to see more inside ourselves. Is a moment in which we must to stay more alone or with the family. We must to discuss about ourselves and to try to grow. I think that the only way to give more to the other is to be full inside. And the Rotary must be a way to be really full of values and opportunities. So have a nice meeting. And I hope that really many of these kind of meetings will repeat in the future. Kiss to everyone.
Fabio, thank you very much for these profound words. I totally agree with what you said. So now we will be starting the speeches from our speakers all around the world. I remind everyone, including the people that have joined us in the last few minutes, that this meeting is recorded. It is currently live streamed on YouTube and will be then stored on the Rotary Club Torino Lagrange YouTube channel. Each speaker will have 7 minutes at maximum for his or her speech, and I will inform when 2 minutes are left so that you can be aware of the time available. So it is my honor to introduce you to Claudia Boschi, incoming president of Rotary Club Barcelona Europa. The floor is yours.
So thank you very much for the invitation. I'm Italian also, and it is a pleasure, and we also think it is important to have connection also in this time that is difficult to move. I am quite a new member, it's just my third years, and like the name said, Barcelona Europa is an international club. We are around 30 members, and half of us are from other European country. We also change our meeting after the COVID. Usually we met once a week for lunch, Monday, and we stay 2 hours and 2 hours and a half together. And in Spain, everything started 2 weeks after Italy, and from the very first week we start Zoom meeting. And I was surprised because a lot of people with help from the family and the around were able to connect. So we were seeing each other in Zoom, talking about us a little bit, and having a time for the new project and the old project. Of course, after 3 months was a little bit difficult for us, just to meet us in Zoom, and when in Spain they allowed 10 people, it was possible to meet around 10 people. So we decided that around the club we have some small group friend, and also we can talk about some social help. So we saw that there was a kind of participation also from the people that were less involved in this Zoom meeting. So they have some idea, and we have the votation immediately in the Zoom. For example, someone was saying, oh, I know one school that it need help for the iPad now, that they need to do the homework, so they need around 2,000 euro, and so the votation was in 1 second, and we already solved everything. So there was also some positive moment in the club. But of course, we think it will be difficult to have another year like that in Zoom. So we will have one special meeting in our club next month, like what will be our proposal in this time. If we don't know if we need to have a presential meeting less than people that are allowed, and to make some turn with president, vice president, and some member. So, or to have some staff like the social staff, the young, and they can meet in some small committee with the other member to have the project going forward, because of course we have some projects that are always permanent, that is easy for us to running out, and we are helping, like every other club, with some international helping. But of course, we miss the social part that is so important for us. I need to say that there is some part that is easy to participate, like today, that you organize some international event, and of course it's easier than to take an airplane we are here together and to share experience and some suggestion also, no? Another club can have some suggestion, and we said, wow, it was so easy. So, and we, for example, there was the district international conference with 3 districts, and it was so easy to be inside. And so we will see next month what happened, but for the moment, the Rotary spirit is still really strong. So we hope to find opportunity to have also the human part more close to each other. So I hope to learn some suggestion from you also. And thank you very much for your invitation.
Claudia, thank you again for your nice speech. I think that every one of us can relate to your words because we are experiencing very similar situations like the ones you were sharing with us. So thank you very much, Claudia. Now I am leaving the floor to Benjamin Bottler, who is the president of the E-Club of Wall Street, New York. Thank you, Benjamin.
Thank you so much. So first of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone on behalf of the Rotary E-Club of Wall Street, New York. We're very honored to be able to attend this conference. What a great list of speakers. So I was looking forward to meeting all of you. COVID is changing so many things in our lives. The loss of lives in our own clubs and the many sad news on television and on the internet is almost too much to bear. We all remember what felt like the early days of COVID-19 in Europe and in the US, when Northern Italy had already suffered far too many losses. We think Rotary can lead to a healthier, more equitable and economically promising future for all. We as a club and also with our partners are still in the process of thinking through and implementing the right measures. So we're still on the path of finding the right solution to this issue. Our club has directly raised and contributed almost $19,000 for COVID response in different communities, not only in New York. We provided hygiene supplies to homeless and low-income individuals. We were also partnering with a graduate of our 2013 entrepreneurship camp project and a local Rotary club in Haiti to help in the shortage of face masks to protect our New York and Haitian communities. Our district contributed $2,500 as a COVID response grant for 2 longtime nonprofit partners of our club in New York City. As part of a global grant providing critical medical infrastructure for COVID in Haiti, our club's involvement helped our global grant partner clubs raise and contribute an additional $156,000 for this project. We have learned how to fundraise online over the past few months, well, because we had to, right? So for this, we have thought of formats that should be fun to participate. For example, we organized an online wine tasting via Zoom with a winemaker we knew, combined with an appeal for donations, and in that case, for the construction of a primary school building in Haiti, one of our current or longtime projects that we're involved in. So I would say we have been quite busy over the past few months, despite COVID, or maybe because of COVID. COVID has not so much changed our club life, though. Why is that? The pre-existing Rotary Club of Wall Street, which was a traditional club, meeting physically in the restaurant, all right, originally chartered in 2010, evolved into an E-Club as of the 1st of July 2018. With strong support, despite being against the norm at that time. We were inspired to innovate the Rotary Club of Wall Street and overcome challenges we had, challenges of membership decline and lessened impact on our New York and global community. Considering our careers and personal lives requiring many of us to travel a lot, Rotary's E-Club format was a perfect solution for us. Today, we have 33 members in 15 major cities, I would say. I think it's about 15 across the world, mostly in Western Europe and of course in the US. Coincidentally, our infrastructure was already designed for the time of COVID, so we didn't have to adjust that much, as you can probably imagine. COVID forces traditional Rotary clubs to work like an e-club. I've never welcomed more guests to our online meetings, and we never attended other clubs' online meetings more often. What a wonderful development, I think. Getting to know each other in our district has received an immense boost since each club is more or less operating online, not only us as an e-club. I've seen Holger Knag, the Rotary International president, several times speaking at other clubs' meetings. I just had to tune in, no travel necessary. So not everything is bad. COVID-19 is surely changing Rotary and Rotarian services, but I think changes can have many positive impacts and aspects. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Benjamin. I mean, you have been giving us a very clear understanding of what you have been doing so far. And I also would say some interesting suggestions, because online wine tasting, it is something that we should import in Italy as well. So
it was German white wine, by the way. It wasn't Italian wine, even though I love Italian wine, just to let you know.
Next time you can try also Italian wines. Thank you.
Time, definitely.
Great. Thank you very much, Benjamin. So now it is the turn to move to Rotary Club Eilat on the Red Sea, which is represented by Ilana Eldan.
Yeah, hi everybody. Hello. My name is Ilana Eldan, and I'm a member of Rotary Club of Eilat on the Red Sea, and serve as the chairman of international topic for the current Rotarian year. Our club is located in Eilat, which is the southernmost city in Israel, and it's bordered with Jordan, with Egypt, and with Saudi Arabia. The club was founded in 1964 and currently have 13 members, including honorary member like a mayor of Eilat. Unfortunately, the situation of COVID-19 in Israel is quite dramatic. The infection rates are very, very high, like 7,000 for one day. And we have right now a second lockdown. I believe we are the first country in the world that have the second lockdown. In this challenging reality, our club members are doing their best to stay in touch and support each other and continue to carry out our projects. These days, the club meetings, of course, they're on a Zoom platform or other platforms. So this is our reality right now. The club current project that we have designed and operative despite the COVID-19 are donation of school bags for school children in the city of Eilat, whose family are not, they don't have welfare services. Assistance in distributing food basket to elderly people in Eilat to prevent them from going outside their home. The Young Speaker Project, which is part of a national project of Rotary organization in Israel that aims to provide young people knowledge and tools in the field of speech theory and rhetoric in order to improve their ability to present a topic and be the future leaders. Other project like a project with teenagers in the topic of water and the protection of the sea and the environment, in order to provide them also the knowledge and the tools that will enable them to influence the agent of change and community of these issues. We're currently exploring the possibility of international cooperations in this issue with a school in Italy, in Alba, which when the dialogue between the school principals, teachers, students will take place through the Zoom, of course, the Zoom platform. And we have also the cooperation with Japan. This year, the club submitted the Rotarian Foundation Global Grant application with Nagoya, I believe, yeah, this is the name, Nagoya, a Rotary club in Japan in the field of peace building and leadership. And we also start a dialogue with Egyptian consul on Eilat in order to examine the possibility to promoting a good relationship between the Rotary Club in Israel, such as our club, and the Egyptian Rotary Club Cairo, as well as we know, in the light of the political situation in this region, is quite challenging. So this is it. This is our place.
Thank you, Ilana. I do believe that experiencing a second lockdown should be very, very difficult and very, very stressful. Yeah. So I hope that this second lockdown will not be very, very long, and you can improve the situation in just a matter of days. I mean, I know it will not be
like 3 weeks, I believe, something like that, 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
I hope that rates will be low and.
Sure. Ilana, thank you very much. I would like to.
It was my pleasure to be in this very.
Thank you. And I would like to encourage everyone, speakers and the other guests here, to type questions in the chat because we will be having a Q&A section after the end of all these roundtables. So feel free to type down questions. So now it is the turn of Franco Negri, president of Rotary Club Lugano. He sent me the presentation in advance, so I will be sharing it immediately. And Franco, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. We can skip the title, okay, and go to page 1. Thank you very much. So, dear Rotarian friends, let me first of all bring you the salute of our governor, Francesco Beretta Piccoli. He's actually visiting one Rotary club in our district, wishing to see all the clubs as soon as possible in case of a new outbreak of coronavirus, which would freeze his activities. District 1980, you see, spans in the middle of Switzerland, including Italian and German-speaking regions, as Switzerland has 4 national languages, adding to them French and Romansh. The Lugano Club is in Canton Ticino, the bottom of the map, in the Italian-speaking part of the Switzerland. While being a very nice place to live in with its mountains and lakes, Ticino has been severely struck by COVID, given its proximity to Italy.
No, it should be on the line, exactly.
Am I online? Can you hear me?
Yes, you are. Sorry, Franco, please.
Okay, thank you. Ticino has been severely struck by COVID, given its proximity to Italy. We had 3,600 cases and 350 deaths over a small population of 350,000 people. Like Italy, Ticino took extraordinary measures to contain the outbreak, and we are actually containing it, waiting for a vaccine. We can go on the next page. Thank you. So COVID is going to change our lives for sure. It's not only a gut feeling, but it's certified by any research. This warning is coming directly from the United Nations and continues. Without urgent socioeconomic responses, global suffering will escalate. Immediate development responses in this crisis must be undertaken with an eye to the future development trajectories, which will be affected by the choices countries make now and the support they receive. I begin to see something to do for Rotary. The next slide is a very, very, very small list of bullet points. Helvetas is an independent organization for development based in Switzerland. with affiliated organizations in Germany and in the United States. Helvetas supports poor and disadvantaged women, men, and communities in about 30 developing and transition countries in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Eastern Europe. I believe that these 4 bullet points will come with no surprise to any of us. This is what COVID will generate. And in the next bullet point, in the next slide, beg your pardon, thank you, you will see a nice quote from our Paul Harris, which foresaw maybe something is going to happen sometimes anyway. But he is speaking about kaleidoscopic changes are taking place, many of them without our will. It was 1945. Rotary simply must continue to pioneer or be left in the rear of progress. So you might have noticed how COVID is only partially and hopefully for a short period of time disrupting our socioeconomic patterns. It is believed that its long-lasting effects will be in accelerating some changes which are already taking place. It's the 4 bullet points you saw before, which is a new way of understanding instruction, the shift toward new skills, and the risk for many to be left alone in the process. Well, when it comes to acting for a better world, Rotary is ready since a long time, and we know how to do. We are on our way to defeat polio, and we know about environmental care, social attention, and the sound governance long before they were trendy. In the next 2 slides, I will share with you some considerations based upon the experience of my club, hoping that they might come handy to some of us. So let me amplify these bullet points. I try to summarize what in our club is what COVID has brought in our club. Resilience. We want to care about our members. They might have suffered economical or even personal losses due to this predicament. We understand that ourselves as friends, so we have to act as such and find ways to help them to overcome their actual distress, even if this is going to temporarily loosen some rules, like those regarding attendance frequency, or the membership fee. Support. Nobody will be left alone. We will help the elder fellows to use the internet and in attending conference call. Respect. We will respect the choice of those who do not feel like attending physical meetings. We have many of them. And we'll try to develop and offer alternatives. Innovation. Well, in 2002, the first cyber Rotary Club saw the light in Colorado, and many looked at it with a grain of skepticism. After just 8 years, the Council of Legislation saw the success of this trial run and made them a permanent feature. E-clubs are today a success story, registering remarkable attendance rates. So who's next? And now to the almost last slide. What about the services? Let's give a look outside our club. Well, the Rotary Club Lugano is trying to promote local activities. We have been visiting farms and buy there. And we have chosen newly open location to hold our meetings. I think a hotel in a special, which renewed all the building just to discover that they were ready in March 2020. And there was no customer for them. So we'll try to support them. We supporting the youngs. We have provided last year an out of ordinary contribution to Rocky, which is a Rotarian organization aiming to provide young people up to 8 years with the small things, up to 1,000 francs, dollars, euro, you name it, but the small things that make a difference. Education has always been a focus for us, and Rotary Lugano has its own small but proud foundation since 1996, which delivers scholarships. I don't want to forget the global services, which are not particularly linked with COVID, but let me be a bit proud about them. We are almost embedded into Italy, so it's very easy for us to make global grants with Italy. We have a committee with our friends in the region of the lakes, which is Regione Insubrica, and we are helping each other to reach our goals. And the very last thing, our governor has made this global grant in Burkina Faso called Wheels Worth the World. His aim is to help people struck by polio to build hand-powered tricycle for the people that share their conditions. So people affected by polio have a job and help in the same time people affected by polio. I think it's a great thing. It's not correlated with COVID, but I was proud of it. So that would be all. I thank you very much for your attention.
Franco, thank you very much for your insightful and thought-provoking presentation. I think that you could have gone much more time in giving us insights from this specific angle, but I know that we do not have that kind of time. But maybe there will be another opportunity to go deeper on that. Now it is the time for Rotary Club Munchen International, represented here by the president, Richard Devereux. Richard, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much and welcome to all from the members of Munich International Rotary. And thank you for organizing this great meeting this evening. I'm very happy to be here. So what I'd like to do is just give a brief description of our club and talk about how we're managing in these times that we're in, and strange times they are indeed. So our club is an international club. It's Munich International Rotary. It's the only English-speaking club in Germany, I believe. And we're a membership of German and international. I myself am Irish. I'm not German, but I've lived in Munich for 10 plus years. And we organized ourselves pre-COVID with Monday evening meetings and quite an active club with upwards of 100 members. And we had various events around our meetings, in addition to our meetings, such as an annual car rally in July for charity, a classic car run into the Alps. We run an art auction every November, where the artist gets half and the other half of the sale price goes to charity. And then we do an Orlandus Lassos music foundation as well. And between our various activities, we would raise upwards of €100,000 a year and then disperse it out to charities. Of course, March has brought a significant change. Our face-to-face meetings stopped very abruptly. Our summer car rally was cancelled. We made the case to the Bavarian police that everybody was going to be in an individual car. By the way, this rally is open to classic car owners. It's not just members of the club. Some members have a car. Many members don't have a classic car. So it was an event for classic car owners in the Bavaria region. And we lobbied the police to say, there would be only a very small number of people in each car, if not one. And we wouldn't do our big lunch, but we were refused permission. So that got cancelled. Our art auction in November has been cancelled as well. Our music scholarship has gone on, and we are still sponsoring projects. We have sponsored a food bank in Milano through a corresponding club there, and also a food bank in Munich for some disadvantaged people. So we have continued to operate with WebEx meetings, virtual meetings. We have them every week. We continue to bring in guest speakers into maybe every third meeting, which would be typically how we did our meetings face to face. We would bring in guest speakers. So we're continuing to do that virtually. We continue to have guests virtually. I was interested to hear that there are virtual guests attending other clubs as well. And we were recently investigating restarting our face-to-face meetings with a limited number of members, maybe 30 members attending a meeting at the hotel we meet at in Munich, the Hilton. Spread out and socially distanced, of course, and our other members would be able to dial into the meeting because not everybody is comfortable with going back to face-to-face meetings. But in the last week, a bit like what we're hearing from Israel with its new lockdown, which I'm aware of, and restrictions in other places, the infection rates are up in Munich. So if there are new restrictions which came in today, actually, in Munich, limiting the number of people who can meet together to 6 people. So our idea of face-to-face meetings has gone out the window. We won't be having face-to-face meetings maybe for the rest of the year. I suspect it will be next year before we can do so. Other activity we've kept going is we've, Munich beer, as you all know, although the Oktoberfest is cancelled this year. But we did have a beer garden meeting, a big beer garden where people were socially distanced. And we do a thing called Fireside where we, a certain number of members invite other members to their home. And of course, the weather has been beautiful. So it was sort of outside dining. The challenge now would be to how we keep that going in the winter time. We are continuing to admit new members. We admitted 2 members at our last meeting last Monday night, and we're still active, but it is very virtual and looks like being virtual for some time yet. I suspect for the end of the year, if not into the springtime. I'm hoping for a reversion to normal in spring 2021, but we wait and we see what will happen there. So that's really the summary of how we are operating in Munich International Rotary. We are operating, but we miss the face-to-face contact. We have a very nice club and very active club, and we do miss that personal touch. So that's it from Munich.
Richard, thank you for sharing all this information about your club, how you have been tackling COVID, and also I can take some practical suggestions on how you have been dealing with that, and maybe you can also have an online beer event, just like the New York club had an online wine event. So this is a suggestion from my side.
I think we'll have an online beer event and an online wine event. So two good ideas. Thank you.
Great.
Event is coming up, so no, seriously, yes, we are.
Yeah. Why not? We should do the same, Luigi. We should do the same. Okay, so now we move from Europe to India. It is my pleasure to invite to the floor Pravinender Rao Putta, representative of the Rotary Club Secunderabad West. He also sent me a presentation, so I am about to share it with you all. Yes. I guess you see the presentation, and so the floor is yours, please.
Rafael, it's an honor and pride to be invited to this true international conference, right? And we come from Rotary Club of Secunderabad West, which is situated in South India, in the southern part of India. Now, this particular COVID has shook the world, and it is also a reset to life. It's a new way of living, which has taught us a lot of things. Next slide, please. Now, I feel more proud to be in Rotary at this moment because Rotary is a service-oriented where people say, right, brave-hearted, kind-hearted people come out as warriors in times of pandemic like this. So what we did, we focused on 4 areas. Next slide, please, Rafael. Can you, yeah, thanks. This is what we have shortlisted as 4 areas of support that all of us have to look at in this situation. First, as always, the health which has got badly hit is the first area. Second area is the environment. Third is the livelihood. Due to the pandemic, a lot of livelihood situations have come where especially the daily wagers, day earners got disconnected or they lost their livelihood. Fourth, this has also given rise to new way of connectivity. Virtual world, it's created another world called the virtual world. As Rotary opens opportunity, it has created a new way of connecting with people. Next slide, please. Now in the health side, the areas that we did is we started distributing the COVID equipment like PPEs, masks, oxygen cylinders for the hospital, COVID health warriors, doctors, and also to the some of the low earning crowd that wearing a mask has become a mandatory thing. Second, due to the reason to have a plasma bank, one of the medical recommendation was to have a plasma donation done from the infected person so that more health regeneration is done. A lot of testing camps were conducted, which had the COVID testing free for the various lot of people. And fourth, what we did also is an auto partition. This is the 4th project. It's like in your cab, Ola cab or all your cabs, where there's a seating behind the driver. So we got a partition done for the safety of the driver and the passenger so that there is no spread. In fact, if you see in this picture, our club secretary who got affected by COVID did not lose his heart, recovered and was brave enough to donate plasma for the next life-saving infected person. He is on the Zoom now. Second is the environment. We did not stop our projects. We said we started what is called a plant a tree. Every Rotarian and was asked to do a plantation in their own house or in the community that they live in, because this is the seed for the future. If we protect our environment, I'm sure natural disasters will be reduced, like California fire or the floods due to erosion of the environment. Another project that we took up is the reverse osmosis plants for the community. It is to create a safe drinking water for the villages or the rural community where the water was infected because of the sodium content in the ground. That is another project that we took up. Next slide, please. Now, main was the livelihood. As the pandemic stuck, a lot of these daily wagers, people who earn on a day-to-day at a construction site or in a buildings, all got affected because the work stopped. Complete lockdown made them struggle for their livelihood. The first action that we did is we collected money through crowdsourcing, individual poolings, and started distributing a kit which will have their daily food, groceries, milk, for certain food for the kids, and vitamin tablets. We started giving as a one package thing to people. We almost gave 1,000 families. Right? Then there were a lot of people who got affected because the economic stoppage gave them stop to their livelihood. We started giving them certain financial help so that they continue to live. There were people who were struggling for the daily food. We started a camps where we started distributing food. People could come eat the food for free so that they have life first, earning comes second. So this is the major thing that we have done as giving livelihood to the people. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, the major part comes. We did not stop. We started one project where we felt that, cancer is another, like polio eradication, what Rotary did. We also wanted where we could eradicate cancer, identification of cancer at an early stage. We started a project called Cancer Screening Mobile Bus. Now we had to get the money, global grants. This is one I can proudly say. COVID has opened virtual connectivity across the globe. We connected to almost 30 clubs across the world. 15 of the clubs have volunteered to support us in these projects. There are clubs from California, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, and there's one club from Italy. I'm sure we wouldn't have met them if we were not in a COVID situation. But the good part, all the kind-hearted Rotarians came together and said, we will support such cancer bus project. Secondly, we also started another project called Career Guidance. Now, a lot of disturbance in the existing jobs happened. Now we need to have people who do upskilling, learning. So we started virtual sessions every month where we bring in speakers, eminent speakers, technologists, motivational speakers, psychiatrists, medical doctors who will come and tell on a virtual the benefits or upskillings or precautions that one should take. And it is going very well. The students are attending. The working employees are attending. We are able to share our knowledge, share and feel proud that we are making their job certainty much more higher. These are the major things we have done. We have also opened up a lot of crowdsourcing activities like your wine tasting. We started a Ludo competition where we play a virtual Ludo competition. We did a singing competition where you pay to join the competition. 50% of it goes to the charity work. We started a family interactions where families interact, keep the connection on. Every day, some innovative out-of-box thinking projects are coming up. And people are making effort to make Rotary a proud organization because this is the time where Rotary is coming to the front. Even the government is supporting Rotary because in a governmental project, the last mile beneficiary is doubtful because of bureaucratic process. But an organization like Rotary, transparency, integrity, and selfless service is bringing benefit to the world. The COVID, unfortunately, has a bad pandemic, affected a lot of us, but on the good side, it has taught a lot of us a lot of things. Health became most important. Serving people who are in need became another important. Seeing the pandemic, we realized empathy, feeling for others. These are all opened our eyes, opened our heart, and made us to do this extra mile of serving people. That's it from my side, Rafael. Thanks very much for giving us an opportunity. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Pravinender. I would say that your speech showed a very high level of determination. And I would also say that that speech was motivational. So thank you very much for all this information and for all this passion. Thank you very much. So we are now to the last speaker for this session, who is the president of Rotary Club Torino Lagrange, Luigi Di Gioia. Luigi, the floor is yours.
Thank you. In Rotary Club Torino Lagrange, we started this new year with the idea to realize what the international president said to all the Rotary clubs. Rotary opens opportunity. Opportunity for our community, but also opportunity for our members. So we want to realize this in two ways, through the events we create and through the services we realize. Speaking about the events, for the first year, we have them both in person and online, alternating each month. But when we are in person, we try to ensure always a remote connection for the members which aren't physically with us. The target for our meeting is to create the opportunity to open our minds. to other experiences, like today, the opportunity to find new ideas, new ways, more motivation. Speaking about services, those will change in better the life of our community. We will help the primary school with a district grant project that we called We Hug the School, giving school materials and furniture. Another second project, another district grant, will be realized by joining the power of 5 clubs. We will renovate a park in the suburbs of Turin with playgrounds, drinking fountains, and trees. A project realized cooperating also with the local social associations. We reached an agreement that ensures that what we make will not be abandoned. And the local community and the local social associations will work to take this park alive. At the end, the bigger one, a health project, our first global grant, a special international project that has gained the interest and the support of the Rotary Foundation. We want to buy 2 complex machines that help the detection of blood oxygenation in the premature babies in a not invasive way. The machines dialogue with the other equipment that can compensate by dispensing the right quantity of oxygen that the baby needs. Little deficiency of oxygen and the life of this baby can change forever. We want to go from saving life to the premature babies to ensuring a good quality of life for them and for their families. This is what I want to realize, what we want to realize this year. This is what I want to share with you today. I'm the last one, so I want to end my speech saying my personal thank you to the presidents who spoken before me, to our honorary member Fabio Rossello to be here, to our moderator Raffaele Battaglini for his special work. A very good job, Raffaele. And thank you to all our guests. I heard a lot of incredible projects, a lot of a connection that just exists between Rotary clubs around the world. I think that this is a new way to be Rotary, a new way to create opportunity. It was a nice experience for me today, and I hope also for you. It can be an example of connection that Rotary needs to do from different clubs around the world. Start by now. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you very much, Luigi. I have a couple of questions, actually. I see that we have time, so I will use it. First of all, Benjamin, I wasn't aware of the existence of the e-club form for Rotary clubs, but you mentioned that you were founded in 2018. So my question to you would be, do you think that the current situation would help the birth of new e-clubs, or do you think that the traditional way of forming clubs will still be going on?
Okay, that's a tough question, because we do face challenges like sometimes a lack of engagement, member engagement. So we do meet online, as I said, every other week. And the participation rate is not the highest all the time, right? So one of my goals this year, even though it may sound very simple, is to really push this member engagement. And I think it's a challenge to not meet physically, right? And so not to build up personal relationships as much, right? So you only see each other online. Some of us, of course, know each other personally from former times when we used to be a traditional club, but many new members have never met any other members personally. So that's really a challenge. So I'm not sure if that's a recipe for every club. we are still learning how to keep members engaged and really to keep them happy and to be a vital club, right? So this is something that I'm really trying to achieve this year. I think for us, it was a good solution because many of our members used to travel a lot, of course, before COVID-19. And so, we had the choice between, having them leave us and not having enough time for the meetings, or just join from wherever they are. So that was really a recipe for us, but I'm not sure if that's a solution for every club or for the future.
Great, thank you. During this talk, I have been hearing several creative ways to keep the engagement high. For example, Benjamin has been giving some suggestions also because his club was born to be online. So they were ready to keep up the engagement through online events. But many traditional clubs were not ready for something like this. But, Benjamin gave us some suggestions. Richard as well, being involved in an international club, was already doing something to involve people also remotely. And also Pravinender, I think, has been giving us suggestions to keep the engagement high. But in addition to what we have been hearing so far, any of you speaker here would like to suggest something else? I don't know if Ilana, Luigi have further ideas, or Franco as well, Claudia. Do you have any other ideas that, according to your experience, to your opinion, to the way you are living this unprecedented time, can keep up the engagement for a club that usually meet only in person? Anyone that would like to take this question? Yes, please, Pravinender, thank you.
What we noticed is retaining the members in the Rotary is becoming a challenge, and attracting young generation is also a challenge because there is an age gap, right? The existing members versus the new members. What Benjamin was saying is very good idea because the next gen are tech savvy people. Tech savvy people would like to be virtual at the same time focused. Now, what we are thinking is have club with a tag of the passion that they are in. For example, like adventure related people coming together. Adventure is part of the club, but the purpose they will do is service through adventure, right? Meet their passion, or riders club, primarily attracting all the same hobby related people together, have their passion fulfilled, at the same time have the service as part of their club. I think that's, Benjamin, it's an extremely good, inspiring thing to see that there's another person. You are a pioneer in starting the e-club, which we are contemplating, because we feel virtual world can become very, very strong in situation like this.
Thank you, Pravinender. Sorry, let me check the chat. Oh, yeah, sure. So before my closing remarks, I would like to ask Fabio Rossello, given his long experience as a Rotarian, as a district governor, and as an entrepreneur. I mean, Fabio, do you have anything that you would like to add after hearing so different experiences, so different ways to be Rotarian in a very passionate way? If you have anything to say, I would be more than happy to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for this opportunity. But I think that Rotary is unique all over the world, but is really different at the end. The sense is that there are, the people are different, the countries are different, and so at the end we have some values, they are unique, and the uniqueness and something different. But I think that this difference is in effect something that help us to grow if we can join. If we can join the cultures and the habits, as you said before. I think that in my introduction, COVID is really a big challenge, a big problem. But what I hear today in the speech of the other colleagues, I think is very important, because from one side there are the new e-clubs, there are the opportunity of meeting that are not really in person, direct, face to face. I believe that this is a part, is not all the world, because personally I think that at the end we need also something more human, that the side completely virtual. But if we can use also the standard clubs, can use more the technology in order to make more connections, this can help. So also, if personally I prefer to meet people directly and not by the computer, I think that also the standard club must to begin to have an e-side, so how to say, to be for a part an e-club, and because this is a new way. This COVID have opened a little bit our mentality, like Italians, is narrow, a little bit narrower than overseas, and so. But I think that we as first can learn from this situation how to share more and how to also to learn to feel, because I think that in the virtual world is sometimes more difficult, because there are no people directly one to the other. So at the end, I am an entrepreneur, so for my experience, I cannot see a crisis like something completely bad. Yes, it's bad, it's not good. But I want to see also the other side, is to say we can take something from that. No? Sure, we can learn. Sure, we are part of the biggest organization. We must to stay in the world, the biggest organization, not for the number. I hope for the quality of the people. I hope for the quality is not because I am the richest in the world, or the quality are the values of the people, are what they think, are what they can give to the others, what they can share, and the attitude to motivate the others. So are different things in my opinion. So we must be leader of ourselves as the beginning, but to give to the others. To give to the others, we must to learn. We must to accept other ideas. We must to share, and this is a way for do this. I appreciate this kind, and I stopped my intervention. I appreciate this kind of meeting, this kind of conference, because we can share. We must to learn to see the differences also inside the Rotary, also inside our minds, and to learn from these differences in order to grow, and to permit to the world entire to grow, and to help the other to grow, and to help the society to grow. This is one of the focus for the Rotary.
Thank you very much, Fabio. I would like to add a couple of absolutely not original sentences. First of all, that only true leaders give to the others instead of taking from the others, and that in each crisis there are many opportunities. So I think that we should be proud of what the Rotary clubs have been doing all over the world. We have been listening to great stories of success of doing services in Rotary clubs. I would like to thank you again, each of our great speakers today: Rotary Club Barcelona Europa incoming President Claudia Boschi, Rotary Club Club of Wall Street New York President Benjamin Boteler, Rotary Club Eilat on the Red Sea representative Ilana Eldan, Rotary Club Lugano President Franco Negri, Rotary Club München International President Richard Devereux, Rotary Club Secunderabad West Representative Pravinender Rao Putta, Rotary Club Torino Lagrange President Luigi Di Gioia, the host of today's meeting. This conference, I think, has been a very unprecedented opportunity to connect Rotarian clubs all over the world. Again, 7 Rotary clubs, 7 different countries and 3 different continents. I think that this was some kind of a test, and maybe we can organize for next time a meeting with more introductions. I mean, this meeting was meant to be side-by-side speeches, but maybe next time we can also have a round table approach. I would like to remind that this meeting has been recorded and will be then available on our Rotary Club Torino Lagrange YouTube video channel, and we will be sharing the link. And our speakers will be receiving a certificate of participation for being here today. Last but not least, we are finishing 13 minutes in advance. I think that everyone is happy because usually these meetings are 30 minutes longer than expected. And I think that is also due to Rotarians being always respectful for other people's time. So thank you very much for stick to the time slots that we have been giving to each one of us. Thank you again to everyone that is here on Zoom and the other people that has been watching us streaming on YouTube. I do thank you again, and I wish you a very pleasant weekend. Thank you very much, and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Great.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. For organizing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.